Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. After decades of decline, it's showing signs of new life. Since the city of Niagara Falls built its new public safety building last year on North Main Street, Police Superintendent John Chella already sees a big difference.
It was finally decided North Main Street was the proper place to put it for one reason, and that was the potential for development. Yesterday, I took a tour of Main Street from Ontario to Pine Avenue. I counted 12 new businesses that have opened, including this building.
What about the children in the neighborhood? How do we make sure they share in the resurrection of their community?
It's mainly about poverty. Students that come from homes mainly dealing with poverty are those that tend to have a dearth of print and language-rich opportunities. So I think that's a huge gap that our kids overcome, but only with the help of a lot of work.
You know, and there's so many people that have nothing in those areas that are looking for something, and if you can provide just a little bit to them, it could change their life, you know, and make things different for them.
HANCI has been making a difference. 5 years ago, a needs assessment in the north end of Niagara Falls found that poor reading skills were holding the children back, and that need threatened the future prosperity of the neighborhood. In response, the Health Association started an intensive after-school reading program where certified teachers and classroom aides work with at-risk students from area schools 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. Formal evaluations have found that the program is significantly raising the children's reading levels. Amy Washington has watched her own children thrive with HANCI's help.
Before they were below grade level, in jeopardy of being non-promoted for this year. Going to the program, getting tutoring and things like that, you know, what they really need, and they're actually passing.
But so much more needs to be done. In December 2008, the Center for Joy announced that it was closing its doors because there wasn't enough money to fund its programs. For 16 years, the Center for Joy had been an anchor in the neighborhood, and its tutoring, mentoring, summer camp, and diaper donation programs had made the small nonprofit agency a pillar for local families. So last May, HANCI stepped in to save it. With support from HSBC Bank, the Variety Club, Niagara University, and Western New York AmeriCorps, HANCI has reopened the Center for Joy and reestablished its programs.
We learn math and social studies sometimes. We read a couple of books every month. I like being a part of this program because all the friends and cool and neat things that I haven't done before.
Now HANCI has embraced a whole new opportunity to change even more lives and to give North Main Street another boost. A local church had planned to turn the former Otto Redance Funeral Home at 931 Michigan Avenue into a center for children and youth in the neighborhood. The city of Niagara Falls invested significant funding in the facility. When the project fell through, the city asked HANCI to intervene. Now the agency is on the verge of reopening 931 Michigan Avenue as a resource center filled with programs and services for neighborhood residents.
What better location than next to a police station, not only for the security and integrity of the building itself, but for the safety of the consumers that are going to use that building.
As space runs short at HANCI's Main Street facility and at the Center for Joy a couple of blocks away, 931 Michigan Avenue will offer ample space for HANCI and the Center for Joy's after-school programs. And HANCI is working with more than a dozen other agencies to identify programs that can be offered at Michigan Avenue without duplication. Potential services include parenting support, financial literacy for children and parents, and programs to instruct children in conflict resolution and emotional literacy.
In terms of conflict resolution, we need to teach our kids to resolve their issues, and so the more tools we can put in a young person's arsenal to deal with those issues and advocate for themselves and solve problems on their own, the better prepared we're making them for their life beyond formal school.
Over 40% of all juvenile contact with the police happens within the first 4 hours after school. So after school programming is paramount to what we consider at-risk kids.
HANCI's new center at 931 Michigan Avenue will bear a familiar name. It will be known as the Dr. Maria A. Crea Center at HANCI, after the well-known and beloved pediatrician who has been safeguarding our community's health since 1958. It's an honor she didn't seek, but one she accepts because the project will improve children's lives.
I'm deeply humbled. It's going to be a child daycare center. For that, I'm grateful about, because I think children are our future.
HANCI needs to raise $100,000 to bring the Crea Center up to code and to maintain and develop the kind of programs that have changed James's life for the better.
Before I started this program, my grades were down below level, and when I started the program, my grades went up sky high. If this program wasn't here, then I wouldn't be in 6th grade right now.
It'd be tough because I'd be worried about how I'm going to provide the education. I'd feel like I was not providing what I need to as a mother, to them, because I can only teach so much to them.
We have kids who are hungry to learn and hungry to do the right thing. And just for those young students to hear good language and good experiences and good background information really helps them put into context the learning that they do in the content areas, even as early as elementary school.
I would hope that within a short period of time, HANCI is able to generate the funds necessary to open up a building that I think is crucial to the continued development of North Main Street.
If we can awaken the power of North Main Street, surely we can also give our children a place to call their own, a space to grow, learn, and achieve. That's what the Dr. Maria A. Crea Center at HANCI will be in the North End.
I'm sure that we're going to offer a good program for the children, for recreation, for learning opportunities, for becoming good adults. And that's what life is all about.
The children are looking to us to lift them up. HANCI is doing its part. Now it's our turn. Please, lend a hand.